Great minds think alike. Truly an inspector, incredible inspector, a lot savvier than me. Is this what you came up with? Great. I'm just gonna go with great mind thinks alike.
Great mind my ass. Quit bragging.
Seems to be in a better mood. He asks the two sinners to watch the POW, prisoner of war, in the back seat and opens the driver's door himself. Before taking the wheel, he seems to remember something. After a pause, he turns to you.
Oh, that reminds me. What happened last night was similar to an old case I took on a few years ago. It has been deleted from the Public Security Bureau archive. Hey, you only remember a code name. Marv.
How does something get deleted from the archives? Until it was a cognito hazard or something. I don't know why it would be deleted.
This case was one of a series. The victim was addicted to a certain drink. He claimed it gave him happy dreams and helped him escape from suffering. He became more and more dependent on it. Sound familiar? The man later got sapped dry by the happy dreams. He had a mental breakdown while sleeping and turned into a terrifying monster. He was handed over to the FAC and became a topic I'm not supposed to ask about. It's been a few years since the incident. There's no proof that it has anything to do with this current incident, but my intuition tells me that sleepwalking is by no means harmless. What I'm trying to say is, a newbie like you must be extra careful handling a case like this.
Has he not questioned the fact that there are two sinners accompanying us? Or does he think that they're not sinners? He must know they are sinners by now. They fought next to each other. So maybe they think like they're just escorts sent by the Ninth Agency. You freeze for a moment, not because you're scared, but because Doyle is worried about you. Compared to the cases you've handled, Marv is nothing out of the ordinary, but since the FSC censored it, ordinary people like Doyle should not get involved. The streets of Eastside are prosperous and peaceful. Unlike in Syndicate, the people here lead normal lives. Mania isn't a part of their lives, nor should it be part of Doyle's. Right, like, I suppose that makes sense, that the whole idea, like, because the East Side is like actual normal country. Our character is so used to dealing with mania, corruptors, and all sorts of people that he is like just like absurded out. If possible, you don't want to ruin his life. You're right, leave the rest to me. Investigation wouldn't have gone so smoothly without you. You're an East Sider, yet you have readily accepted me and the sinners and gave us so much help. You have my gratitude. But what's coming up next is a battle between sinners. None of us can predict what will happen. I cannot guarantee your safety. If you get infected by mania, you will be banished from the East Side forever, even if you survive. I don't want this to happen.
Hey, newbie. I'm the inspector. It's my job to investigate. Don't think too much.
What about your wife?
What about her? Get in the car.
He gets in the car and slams the door somewhat angrily. You sigh and send out a secret help request to the Ninth Agency. Get into the front passenger seat. Again, this car is from Coca Leaks thing. The roar of engine is accompanied by a long silence, only by passing countless traffic lights as Doyle speak again.
Back when I was the incredible inspector, I solved more cases in 1 month than the rest of the Bureau for the whole year. I personally caught dozens of vicious scumbags and brought them to court. But what I truly got out of it is not some bullshit medal or any sense of pride or justice. I got to see through the vile bastards behind each case. I got to see how rotten to the core their souls were behind their human facade.
Dehumanizing, huh?
By comparison, your girls are model citizens. The worst they do is brag, slack off from studying, and run their mouths at me. If I had kids, they'd probably be this rebellious too. If something goes wrong in West District, you can blame it on mania. But there is no mania in Eastside. All the crimes I dealt with were committed by normal people. The only things rotten were their souls. The
wicked are few, but you had to deal with them all. You still uphold your duties and sense of justice even after witnessing so much evil, to the point where you're tormented by it. You're a good inspector and respectable human being. You deserve a happy life.
See, this is why you're a newbie. You don't know shit about people.
Well, he has just been born, technically, only a year or two ago.
What kind of person is Doyle? Vain, emotionally out of control, tongue-tied, short-tempered who everyone hates. Gandalf's alright. Being around scoundrels for too long made me a scoundrel myself. No one respects me. Nor do I deserve any respect.
You're too hard on yourself. You should talk to a therapist, family member, friend, anyone who loves you. You need counseling and support. Yeah, therapist just doesn't sound fun. He's just being like, I don't want to say it like this because it sounds like really toxic. But like, he's just being a man, I suppose. Like, I don't discuss shit with like anyone either. I mean, I think the closest I've gotten to like actually discussing how horrible existence is on this channel, where I just went into the void for the most part, honestly, because only recently people have started watching a little bit, but all these years no one was really watching, so I was just venting. I was like venting with a video proof, I suppose, audio proof at the very least. That's why sometimes sometimes I go and watch my old videos, it's like, what the hell is this guy saying? It's less of that, it's like sometimes I disagree with the take because I've changed my views. Sometimes it's just, yeah, and that was me, I remember. And it's like, sometimes there's regret and sometimes just like, yeah, that's just life. It is what it is, as famously said. You just thug it out. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, well, I had someone like that. She was always by my side and gave me unconditional support. But I ruined everything with my own hands. I yelled at her and neglected her. All I did when I got home was lose my temper. I broke the vows I gave at my wedding and made her life terrible. Even on the day she left, I couldn't muster up a decent apology.
And find her and apologize to her.
No need. She was right to leave. It's all for the best, both for her and me.
Wait, that girl we saw in the picture, she kind of looks like Irene. Is Irene her daughter? Like the wife's daughter. Like, I don't know who she would have a child with, but yeah, there's no way. That's stupid, because like, while they do look alike, it wouldn't make any sense that, you know, they break apart like 5 years ago and now she's a fully grown person. Like, yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. His gaze changes from despair to conviction, laced with suffocating stubbornness. I hate this music. It's making me really go into a fucking mood.
People can't always make excuses for themselves. I screwed up, so I have to own up to it. I have to keep doing the only thing I'm good at, being a good inspector. Whenever I find a scumbag, I'll fight them to the end.
This music is so, like, it makes me want to drink.
Are you proud of that monologue? Ugh. Who's the one moaning on and on about his wife every time he drinks? So embarrassing. Aren't you too old to act like some lovesick teenager? I'm gonna retch. Blech.
Kids should shut up when the adults are talking. Wait, hold on, I got a message.
Doyle's phone lights up. He checks it purposefully to change the subject, but the moment he sees the screen, he freezes and slams on the brake. Everyone in the car yelps in shock. When the car comes to a full stop, you see him staring at the phone in shock. After making a few calls, his hands tremble and face turns ashen. What happened?
She was attacked by a sleepwalker. She just got into the ICU. I can't get a hold of her.
Go. Yeah, that was also what I was about to say. There's still many things you can do. Don't have any regrets. Cursing violently, he grabs his gun out and stuffs it into your hand, and then he rams open the car door and rushes out. This is the first time you see him so passionate. Might as well take the car. We can just go there, like with public transport or something.